First time you've tried it. How many people you've had? Quite a few of them already. Great. So we're going to tell you a little bit about the product, but first of all, have a drink and let's toast to a new business in town. Yeah. Cheers. If you are sensitive to energy, I wouldn't drink too much of it before you want to go to bed. So that's up to you. And you can mix it. It's really nice with Malibu coconut rum. So you're welcome to try mixing it if you want. So basically, there's a few different ingredients in there. There's basically a simple way of looking at it. There's more active ingredients in Kaos Gold. So the drink's called Kaos Gold than there is in things like Red Bull or Monster and Mother and all that kind of stuff. And there's less sugar. And we're soon to have a New Zealand version and an Australian version that's got zero sugar. We have a thing called erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol, which is a 0 calorie. Basically, it just passes right through you, but tastes sweet, so it doesn't actually affect your blood sugars or anything like that. And what we're hearing is that my favourite story really is the guy that drank 10 Red Bulls a day, and only needs 2 Kaos Golds. And when you buy them in the 45 packs, they come down to like $3 each. So that gives you an idea of price comparison. And you make up one of these little sachets. You can get them in little packs. This is the $10 pack, and there's 3 in there. And a little sachet makes up half of one of those bottles. So it depends on you. Some people mix them as little as 1 cup in there, and some people mix them up in more. So it just depends on you. But that gives you a bit of an idea of what they look like and how they come. I think people haven't probably seen it mixed up. So one of the things you do need to watch is that you don't fill it all up the way up with water. It's fine if the colder the water it is, the less it fizzes. But and sometimes it depends on the impurities in the glass, believe it or not. And that's as easy as it is. And you can carry. You might see the fizz starts to build up soon. So that's why you don't want to keep. You don't want to top up your glass and then put the Kaos Gold in. You do that afterwards. And you can mix it in bottles. I'm just watching to see if I've measured it right. We'll find out. Shall we? It's a little experiment. So what I'd like to hear is from those guys that have been. You can swear it around. There's a whole thing, do you put the Kaos Gold in first or second? If it's a wet glass inside, put the Kaos Gold in second. But if it's and if you like, because if you put the Kaos Gold in on top of the water, you'll get some sort of real tasty bits in the foam, and that's actually quite nice. I like that. So all sorts of bits of finesse with this. And so who's been drinking Kaos Gold for quite a while? Who was drinking energy drinks before that? Not many of us? Yes, were you drinking energy drinks before you tried Kaos Gold?
Like Coke and
V. Yeah. So how do you find the difference with this?
I like this because with the V I had stomach pain.
Yeah.
I only drink a few cups and I felt it's not good.
Right.
My stomach was too strong maybe. And the Coke, I don't like Coke anymore since I drink this.
That's a good thing, right?
I was not drinking not much Coke, just often just a can of Coke.
Yeah.
That's reasonable, maybe you can drink that. I know it was bad for you, but still drink it.
Yeah.
Small amount, I know it's maybe small amount okay, but maybe it's not okay.
Yeah. Hard to go back to other things when you've tried Kaos Gold. So a lot of us weren't actually energy drink drinkers before we came across Kaos Gold, and I was one of those. So I hardly even drink coffee. So who's out there that's wasn't an energy drink drinker who's tried Kaos Gold regularly now? And how do you feel? What's the experience for you, David? You had your first hand up.
Yeah, I don't know a Red Bull from a V. Instead of my energy drinks was having a bottle of Powerade or Gatorade. I went for a run and worked out and started drinking Kaos Gold. I travel a lot, it keeps me on my toes, but I just love it. I love the taste. It works for me anyway.
And Lisa, you had a...
Oh, I've always been a coffee drinker, and I think that what I found really was that it gives me a lift, but where it really has helped me is with travelling, especially night driving, because I actually do quite a lot of night driving, and I've always had a cup of coffee before I set off. Like we had a meeting down here, we left here at 10:30 and went home to Whangarei, got home from usually I have a cup of coffee, but I had a Kaos Gold, and it was amazing. It had such a different effect on my eyesight and my brain function. I'm fully alert the whole time, and a way that coffee doesn't do it for me. It's really amazing. I got home, got in bed, went straight to sleep, and had amazing sleep. And I was really, that was nice. Never had that before. Yeah.
Thanks, Lisa. Did you want to share something?
Yeah, I was just going to say I'm usually really sensitive to caffeine, and I tried it out one night at a party because I was being a photo driver, and I had at about 2 o'clock at night, and normally if I had a coffee at that time I'd be out for hours, but when I got home at about 12:30ish I went to sleep very easily. I still noticed I was a little bit more energetic than normal, but it didn't stop me from sleeping, which was quite amazing. So yeah.
That's fantastic. Did I tell you the story that the guy that had 10 Red Bulls a day? Did I tell you that weekend? So that's that glass right now. So it's all settled down and ready to drink. How about that?
Very good help.
Great demonstration.
All right, so basically it's food for the brain, but you won't actually, it's about trying it and experiencing that and just seeing what that's like. What I hear is that for those guys that have drunk energy drinks before, is there's a slower rise, longer last, with zero crash. So that makes a big difference. And it really fires up your brain as you go. That's what I noticed particularly. Now, that's the product, and there's another product we've got involved in this, which is, Savannah alluded to, Social Network Marketing University. How many of you have been in there and actually looked at that, how it actually works in the back office, and what have you learned from that? Imana?
I've learned that a lot more about social media, even though I know about it through mainly just playing games with the swapping photos with friends. You learn a lot more about the connectivity and not just Facebook but Twitter and Instagram, and not just I just go on there to look at pictures from friends that post that. You just learn more about how it all connects in and not just all the different aspects where sometimes you just okay, that's just how it works. Now you know how it works and how you can it all connects and and how it's more yeah.
Great. Yeah, there's nothing there to keep you busy for a long time.
Yeah.
Anyone else like Suana? You had a comment?
Well, to me, it's like a full, really Univercity paper that will leave you with, like you get a degree, but it's a degree that is going to be very useful, not just for Digitacam, but for anything that you want to do, any business. I could see, I already have lots of ideas. I could, if I had a new business, I needed to get money, using crowdsourcing. I do it now on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and I know I would be able to get the funds together rather than go to the bank. Now I didn't know about that 2 months ago. When I started, I had just signed up for the Twitter, and I think I got maybe 100 followers.
Wow.
And I had 200-300 on the Facebook that I got over the years, but not really knowing what I was doing. And very quickly I got over 1,000 followers using Social Network Marketing University. Just following it, as it told me, very quickly that I got the followers on Facebook, over 700 now there, and 1,000. Now for me, I know 1,000 is nothing. People are now talking in millions of followers, but for me, 1,000, that was just mind-boggling. It took me years to get a database of 1,000 people in my phone book, from one-on-one talking to people. This took a month.
Great, thank you. And Social Network Marketing University is going to be expanded. It's modular. and it'll be constantly expanding as we bring in experts in their field to talk about what they're good at. So at the moment there's some modules in there like Facebook, Twitter, WordPress, blogs, those kind of things, and then that'll keep on expanding as we go. And I'd like to bring up Lisa to introduce, is it Ari?
Yeah,
Ari? So now I can play her thing if you come up and share, just to see what one Kiwi from down Tauranga Way's done.
I'm Lisa, and I'm going to do a little intro for this next lovely young woman who's going to speak to you from here. She's somebody I'm working with in Tauranga, and from Social Network Marketing University, I've now got, managed to get several Facebook pages going. I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram. I've even got a YouTube account. It's got one little video on it. Woohoo! So I'm finding my way into all of that. But this woman, Ari, she's a real social networking bunny, I reckon. I call her. And she's just really taught me a lot about what you can do with social media. And the really cool thing is she's come on board. She totally got the vision straight away around DTC and how she can weave it through what she's already doing on social networking. And so here's Ari's.